today, so we were just chatting. You guys thought about doing the Dixon strategy and decided not to. Ultimately, why did you feel at the time that wasn't right for you guys?
That's a really Brian question. He told me, he's like, we're thinking about it. We'll let you know here in about half a lap. And right as the pits open, he's like, we're staying out. I think it was probably because we were in a good position. For Dixon, it's a zero loss thing, right? He's able to pit. He's already in pretty much last. So for us, it would have been a crazy maneuver, I think. But today was good. I mean, we went from 13th to 9th. It was really hard to pass today. So we had some pace, but not what the guys had at the very front. So we struggled a little bit for pace, but we were okay. I think we were good enough for top 7, top 6, but it's hard to do that when you start 13th.
And I know at the start of the weekend, to your point, there was some big changes that you made on this car just to try to kind of get it more in the window. So not a 7th, like you said, you could have maybe got to, but are you happy to just get into the top 10?
I sure am. Whenever you start further back in an IndyCar race, it's so hard to go forward. No matter where you're at in this field, it's just so deep with talent. And when you feel like you're on the back foot and you feel like you don't have a ton of pace, it makes it way harder to even go forward. So the fact that we did salvage the top 10 out of here is good, and I'm not thrilled with it, but I'm satisfied.
Your finish, I think, was okay, but that's the important thing, right? That the points gap is increased going to the final 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Finishing the race today was important. We had a really good first couple of stints, started on use rates and saved those sticker rates for the end to try and go for the podium, but we never made them work. So they lasted 2 laps for us, couldn't really go fast. So yeah, a shame that we couldn't get any better, but obviously a good result for the team with Scott winning the race today, and a good result for us on the championship.
All right, Alex Palou finishes 7th, and he'll head to Gateway with a points lead over 100 over Scott Dixon.
What did you take away from your day? Was there anything more available that could have moved you forward a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, it was a good day for us. I think the biggest deficit that we had was our best tire, the new alternate, was our tire that we started on, and so we weren't able to open up as big of a gap on the primary runners as we would have hoped. So that probably cost us a spot or 2 maybe. But yeah, ultimately a good day for our McLaren, good day for the 7 car, to have 2 cars in the top 5. And for us, the big win this weekend was just finding our feet in qualifying. That's been our big weakness this year. Race pace has always been pretty good, but we struggle in qualifying. So to qualify 3rd and come on with top 5 is a good weekend.
And you didn't get hit or anything really weird happened, so does it feel like everybody took a step forward this weekend?
Yeah, I certainly think so. There's a gap that we still need to close to the best cars. We need to continue working on it. We have a couple races to go still before the end of the season. We just got to keep learning and keep pushing, and hopefully in the next 3 we can get a win to close out the year.
So you were in the mix at one point there with Graham and then fell back after a slow stop. Is that ultimately what the difference was today?
I think in terms of winning the race for sure. It's not what bummed us off the podium for sure. It didn't help either. But I disagree with the decision of pitting on the lap we did. And we came out together in the same sequence with the 2 McLaren cars that we were in, and we're just not going to make any ground doing that. And that was our mistake in May, and clearly we haven't learned from that. So it's very disappointing not at least having the high V45 on the podium today.
So what do you feel like was the call to make there?
Do exactly what Rossi did. Pit the lap before. He tried to undercut both of us. Unfortunately for him, it didn't work out. As I think we were just strong at that point. But I had a lot of pace, so I don't see why we didn't do it. But in the end, it is what it is now.
It's a 4th today for Christian Lundgaard.
What do you take away from your day today?
Super proud of the team. I think this was the strategy that maximized what we had today. I'm super happy with what we made on on those calls, and I think the pits was really, really good. So I wouldn't have really changed anything. I was very happy with my car balance, but we've got some catching up to do. I definitely don't think we would have been even close to being able to make the strategy that Dixon was, at least to that extent, in how he extracted the performance out of that. So good job by him. I know this is like his 300 something, so congrats, Scotty. And yeah, I mean, we walk away in 23 with 2 podiums here in IMS. Obviously the 500 was a different story, but I'm happy with that.
We'll see you back here in May next year, and we'll see you in St. Louis in a couple of weeks.
Nobody likes second, but what positives can you take from today?
Yeah, I mean, I thought all day frankly, we dominated. You know, even on the blacks, I said to you this morning, anything was going to kill my race. We had a blister on the left front on the qualifying set of reds, so we couldn't use them. So we had to use 2 reds, and everybody else went 3. And that was the name of the game today. So we got nothing to be ashamed of. Code 3 Associates 15 car was very good today. Honda was excellent today, as always. Yeah, I mean, I'm not bummed, but I'm bummed. You know, it's just one of those things that even on a day when we do everything right, Lady Luck isn't quite on our side. I thought that first yellow really hurt us, just because it lasted forever for no reason. And that's what made the 2-stop possible for those guys. And I knew it right away under yellow. I knew that Dixie was going to come into play, and he did. So good job to him to make it.
That last stint, you're chipping away at it lap after lap after lap. You can see it. You can almost reach out and touch it. What was that like for you inside the car? How did you stay calm and not get too animated and worked up?
Yeah, I mean, I thought a couple of the lap guys were really good. I thought a couple were really poor. Same for Dixon. So, but when you follow like that, it really kills the front tire. And so I knew I had to make quick work of them. And I think it just hurt us a little bit, you know, to give him a lunge. I was on overtake, but on the second to last lap, he was too. And I just wasn't gaining ground. I was holding dead even with him for some reason. And so I don't know why, but just couldn't make a lunge at him. I thought that was going to be a really good run at it, really good shot. And look, I mean, we have nothing to be ashamed of. We're going against the best of all time by far. 20 straight seasons, right, with a win for him, or 19. It's ridiculous. You know, it's absolutely insane. So, you know, we got to keep our heads down and keep getting better.
They come up short today, but the effort and results are showing. Graham Rahal second today.
You've had some improbable wins before. That one in Portland a few years ago through the dust comes to mind. But you've done a spin and win to win at Indy. How did you do it?
Yeah, that was crazy. Huge credit to the team. You know, we weren't sure even on the first run there. I will say I had a fantastic start. I think I got up to like 8th or 9th and then got T-boned in turn 7 there. But huge credit to the team. You know, it's been a trying year for us, just where things could have rolled our way, they haven't. But they never give up. So big thank you to everybody on the PNC bag number 9. Honda was amazing today. It was so fun driving my Honda out there today, getting the fuel mileage, cruising along, and, you know, fantastic pace. The only problem there towards the end, I think on my outlaps, I pushed it too hard to kind of create that gap on Graham, and unfortunately burnt the tires off a little bit. So it was pretty sketchy at the end, but we tried to put on a show for everyone.
We're more into the numbers than you are, but today you are the Iron Man. This is your 319th consecutive start, and you've won 19 seasons in a row. What's the significance?
What a day to win on, you know, and it makes it so fun, especially for, you know, this little guy. He gets to see it. It's been a little while since I've had a win, almost, probably over a year since last year. So, you know, it makes it worthwhile, and, you know, we're going to keep on trying to win 320.
Did you start to wonder if it was going to come this year?
You always have doubt. You know, that's the unfortunate part of the business. But, you know, I know working with this group, it's just amazing. And Chip steers this ship, man, and he steers it well, so it's cool to be here. And we know he likes winners, and this man is definitely a winner. Congratulations. Scott Dixon has won again at Indianapolis.
So Alex Palou came into this weekend with an 84-point championship lead. That was over Joseph Newgarden. Look who is in second now, fellas.
Yeah, Dixon still 101 back, but in that P2 position. So Chip Ganassi Racing locking down this IndyCar championship with just 3 races remaining.
Yep, one more oval to come, and that is at Worldwide Technology Raceway.